Hello and welcome back to Charlie Walduck's dieting, slimming, obesity, weight loss channel called Charlie's Last Chance to Beat Obesity.
I'm Charlie.
And I'm Mark. Charlie, what is in today's video?
Well, first of all, we'll give you the results of the last 7 days, last week.
So it's week 4 now, isn't it?
Week 4,
right.
Yeah. And then we're going to talk about some of the things I have during the day that makes up the 2,000 calories I eat per day. So we'll talk about that as well.
Okay, so we said before the nitty-gritty, we're going to get right down to the specifics
of
each and every meal that you have throughout a normal day.
Absolutely.
So it seems like a lot of food here for one person. I can see 2 tins of soup, 2 packets of rice.
This is 2 days worth of food.
Right. Why have you put 2 days of food on the table?
Because it's some variety.
Right, okay. All right. Brilliant. So you mentioned the results. How's it gone this week?
So, not brilliant in terms of weight loss, I don't think. I lost 2 pounds.
You've lost 2 pounds in 7 days?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I think that is brilliant. I'd love to know what you think out there. 2 pounds a week, there's 5 weeks in a month, that's £10 a month. That would be £120 in a year. So this goes back to what we were talking about, how you frame it.
Yeah.
Remind me what you lost in the first 3 weeks.
So first week I lost £9,
yeah,
then £5, then £8,
and this week £2.
£2. So it's £24, isn't it?
Right. So if you'd lost £2 every week for 4 weeks, you'd probably think this £2 this week was brilliant. But because of what's happened before, the way we're framing it, the way we're viewing it, which is what I mean by framing it, is we're kind of almost disappointed with £2. You said not brilliant.
Yeah.
And yet, to most people's standards, £2 a week is a very, very good result.
Yeah.
So how's it impacting you mentally, the fact that it's now £2?
No, it was fine, because when I got off the scales, when I last weighed, I was so excited about the £2 really, because I'd been having sneaky peeks all week and it wasn't looking like it was moving, and then just at the last minute, £2 off. So I was quite pleased with it, but given how big I am and how much I need to lose, I just want to go to bed and it all be gone the next day. But it doesn't work like that, and that's why people give up.
Yeah, I think that, to me, that's one of the problems of weighing at a moment in time. Because you're always going to have those odd events when it looks like you've not lost any weight, which is why I was saying in the very first video, sometimes it's good to have like a 3-day rolling average, because that irons out those things. But you're feeling quite happy about the fact that it was £2.
Yeah, I'm quite comfortable with that.
So why did you say not brilliant at the start?
Well, not brilliant compared to say last week's £8.
Right.
Which, thank you for everyone that's watched the video, because loads of people have watched it and commented and liked it. So thank you for that. Yeah. The weight now, 30 stone 9.
Amazing, isn't it?
So starting off at 32 stone 5. Of course,
So I get confused when we talk about 32 stone 9, 31.5. What have you lost in total?
I've lost £24 in total.
In how many weeks?
4 weeks.
£6 on average. 1 stone and £10.
1 stone and £10
in 4 weeks.
4 weeks.
That's incredible.
Yeah, that's quite good. Yeah, it's a good start.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's better than quite good, isn't it? Really, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's good.
Do you think that will continue?
I hope so. Yeah, I hope so.
Do you think you'll continue to lose £6 a week?
Well, I don't know about £6 a week. Anything above £2 a week would be good. In fact, anything at all, even £1 a week.
Well, I remember when we did the first video, you said that £16 in the first 4 weeks would be wonderful.
Yes, I've exceeded that.
Yeah, almost like 150% of it.
Yes.
Excellent. Well, just fantastic. Well done.
Okay.
Joe, again, I know I'm repeating myself, but what are the main things that have made that happen?
Well, obviously, I'm eating less. The average calories this week, we talked about 2,000
So
a day.
you're eating less. What was the other main thing that's made that happen?
Trying to move more.
Move more?
Yeah.
And the other main thing, if there was one?
Just getting my head in the right place and focusing.
Keeping your head focused, eating less, moving more.
Yeah.
3 simple steps to losing £24 in 4 weeks.
Yes.
Great. So you're going to tell us about the calories then?
So the calories this week, again, I've written them down every day. Average is 1,857, so slightly below the 2,000.
Fantastic. Yeah, because you set a cap of 2,000.
I did.
And again, you're well below it, materially below that cap.
Yeah.
How important is it to write it down?
I think it's very important.
On a scale of 1 to 10?
I think 10 out of 10. It is so important. People that, and we've had this debate in the past, if you don't weigh, you don't know where you're starting from, you don't know how much you've lost, you don't know what you're doing. It's all right saying, look in the mirror. If I looked in the mirror now compared to 4 weeks ago, I can't see a difference. But because I've wrote it down, I know that in 4 weeks I've lost 24 pounds.
Yeah. It's evidence. It can't be disputed.
No.
Talking about weighing, I remember you saying to me once that you weigh at the same time every day on the same scales in the same place.
Yes.
Tell me more.
Well, I always weigh on a Friday morning, naked, in boots, the chemist.
You wear boots?
So once a week, same place, same time, same scales.
Fantastic on the calories. Steps.
Yeah, steps this week, 5,027, so above the 5,000 again. Found it a little bit tougher this week. I've had some time off work, so that's meant forcing myself to go out and walk, because obviously when I'm in work I do a lot of walking in between buses and things like that. So
I know, and I'm going to tease this now because we've already spoken about it. Charlie's about to do a video called Charlie Walduck's Wonders of Walking, where we talk about the benefits of walking, and that's going to be coming very soon. I think we're going to try and film it today, aren't we?
We're going to film some of it today, aren't we? Yes.
And release it next week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you were saying that because you're not in work, you don't achieve your step target, so you have to consciously go out and achieve it.
Yes, absolutely. So, and plus I've got an ulcer on my leg as well.
Oh, right.
Which is really sore.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's caused it to be a bit harder as well.
So despite the fact that you've not been in work, despite the fact that you've got a painful leg ulcer, and you're on antibiotics for that, I know, you've still overachieved. Yeah, wonderful. You've still exceeded your target.
I have.
And I bet if we added it up now after 4 weeks, you've made up on that week where you didn't achieve your target.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
How important are those two measures to the weight loss?
Very important. They're a couple of the main prongs of it, really. Yeah, very important.
Wonderful. Right, at this stage, shall we move on to the daily 2000?
Yes, let's.
Right, how do you want to do this?
Well, we'll start at breakfast, shall we?
Okay.
Okay. So, for breakfast, I've been having me porridge.
All right.
Every morning.
That's the porridge there.
And I go for these.
Okay.
These porridge.
Don't forget to touch the product. We've got a friend who used to do a lot of work on QVC, and she always says touch the product.
Right. Okay.
So that's
This is
Pepper
the
Hello
product.
Dipper. Don't touch it too much.
And these come in. What I like about these, Mark, is that these come in sort of sachets. All you do is you rip off the top, you put some milk in, you throw them in a bowl, stir it round, 2 minutes in the microwave, and it's done. It's dead easy. It's sustainable. It's not. You don't have to spend too long preparing it. I just love these. Now they might not be to everyone's taste, but for me, they're important because of portion control.
Portion control.
These work out around about 10 pence each, but you do it differently. Tell us how you do
Well,
it.
I do it differently, and I do it differently because of something Charles told me once, and it was around portion control. I have porridge every day as well, but I don't like them because I think for the amount of food you get, it's quite expensive. You know, I'm a bit tight, so I buy porridge in a big bag and put it in here. But I do portion control.
Where's your little...
And I have a cup, and I know that is exactly 50 grams of porridge, which is my portion. So every morning, I go in my porridge thing, and I just take out 1 cup of oats. That's 50 grams, I know that for a fact, because I've weighed it so many times. I tip that in my bowl, then I have 2 glasses of water, cook it for 3 minutes in the microwave.
I have milk.
You have milk because you like it creamy.
Yeah, and I also get the golden syrup flavour, which I think we discovered when we looked at them earlier on today, that there was a difference in calories of probably around about 20. To me, I like having these. I have them with a sliced banana or a piece of fruit in the morning.
Yeah.
And that makes up around about 400 calories once I've had a cup of coffee as well.
I suppose if you're well below your 2,000 target, you can have the syrupy ones, can't you?
Absolutely.
You're still within your 2,000 target. I suppose that's the nice thing about having that cap underneath that cap. You don't have to worry about all that green day, protein day, carb day.
Absolutely.
2,000 calories, if it's got syrup in it and it's within the 2,000, it doesn't matter.
And you don't have to just have this for breakfast if you don't want to. There's lots of other meal choices you can have, well within my calorie target, which I'm saying between 400 and 500 calories for breakfast.
For breakfast, right. So you've got your porridge sachet, a couple of them, did you say?
Well, I might put a banana in the porridge. It's quite nice, isn't it?
Oh, banana in the porridge, right?
Yeah, sliced.
And when would you have these then, at the same time or later?
I might have a couple of them as snacks, or I might have them at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. As long as we stick, count the calories.
All right.
Between 400 and 500.
Right. Count the calories, 400 and 500. That which can be measured can be managed.
Absolutely.
And I wanted to say about your vitamins, because I've always gone on about the fact that you don't eat veg. You've got some vitamins there, haven't you? You've got oats, you've got a banana, you've got some citrus fruit.
I also take a multivitamin tablet every day.
Oh, right, okay.
So I always take one of them as well, because I think that's important, because I don't eat a lot of fruit and veg, but a little bit of fruit. I do like an apple and a pear. I do love these.
You like a nice firm pear, don't you?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
So, soup. Is this lunchtime now?
So we'll get on to lunchtime. Now, can I just say, in terms of breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever, there are lots of other combinations, and I've done a menu, but we'll do that in another video, another time.
Yeah.
Because we've got a lovely little cheats breakfast that we can do.
What does that mean, a cheats breakfast?
So like a full English breakfast, but we've done a few swaps in there.
Ah, right.
And we're producing a full English breakfast for about 500 calories.
Really? So, one of these days, let's cook the full English breakfast in front of everyone's eyes, and do the comparisons in that video.
As well?
Yeah, we'll eat it.
Yeah.
I don't see why not. And then we'll compare and contrast.
Yeah, absolutely.
Your cheats one and what I would normally have. Right.
Yeah. So let's move on to the next thing then, which is lunch. And I do like a tin of soup.
Right.
And I love soup. And we looked at these the other week, and these are where you can get some of your hidden vegetables in your soup. This is a tomato and chorizo soup.
Chorizo.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's a spicy sausage, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah.
No idea.
Which I know you like. Yeah, so that'll have some of your vegetables. Yeah. I know, because we looked at the recipe, didn't we? It didn't have carrots and things in there, but because they're blended up like a baby food, you're quite happy about it, aren't you?
Yeah, they'll be fine. That's nice, isn't it? And then you can have a couple of these. So
Rice
instead
cake.
of having, I mean, I would prefer a cheese and pickle sandwich.
Can I borrow your glasses?
Yeah.
I mean, this is as light as a feather. There can't be many calories in there. For rice cake, 29. How many of those would you have with your lunch?
3 of them.
3? Right, okay. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I'll be bored, so that would stop me eating them.
Right.
By the time I've got to the end of 3 of them. Do you dip them in your soup? All right. Okay, good.
Again, there are other things you can have for lunch, which we can talk about another time.
So I would normally be having, with a bowl of soup, 3 slices of white bread with butter on.
Yeah.
What's the calories on that?
Well, the way you put butter on, probably around about 200 a slice, so that'd be 600 plus your soup.
Versus 3 of them is 100.
100.
So I'm having 500 calories more in my lunch just by having bread and butter.
Yeah. So we've got 2 soups there, because we were looking at 2 days. So this one looks nice as well, doesn't it? Yeah. Sun-dried tomato lentils and smoked paprika.
So that is a meal in itself, isn't it? And I can look at the picture on the. These are from Aldi, by the way. The picture on the tin itself looks really tasty, actually.
Yeah.
Lentils are very good.
Do you know there's only 200 calories in that tin of soup?
In the whole tin.
In the whole tin.
Wow.
200, 300, maybe an apple and a pear as well. Get it up to between 400 and 500 calories again.
Yeah. And you've said in the past that's quite filling without having all the calories in it.
It is, because you've got the volume.
Yeah.
You've got the volume.
Yeah. And you've got the vitamins.
Yeah. So I quite like
you can eat these cold?
I wouldn't eat them.
Well, I know you wouldn't. We like cold beans and quiche though, don't we?
We don't mind cold beans and quiche. I can just about do that.
Right, so there's 2 soups for 2 days, 2 different days, okay?
2 soups?
2 soups, yeah. Next.
Next, well, we're going to go on to the evening meal.
Yeah.
Or tea, as we call it up north. So, now, some people will look at this video and say, oh no, I wouldn't want a tin of chili con carne, I'd rather make my own. And so would I. I love making my own. You can throw all sorts of things in there, all sorts of goodness, all sorts of veg and chopped up bits. For me, if I made a pan of chili, I would eat the whole pan.
Right.
So I'm better off with a tin of chili or a tin of curry, or you can get the minced beef and onion tin and have it with a jacket potato. On this occasion, we're having it with these packets of rice.
I mean, how healthy are these really? I mean, have we ever looked at the Camori glasses? We actually looked at the fat content on this. I know that we only measure calories but it's still only 3.3. Is that the lower end on the fat scale?
Yeah, I mean, you look. There's not a red label.
So that's the easy check food chart there, and there's nothing red on there at all.
Nothing red.
Even salt, saturates, fat.
This one is mainly green.
Yeah.
Mainly
this is green and orange. So the fat content on there is per 100 grams only 3.3. That's good, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's not too bad.
Delicious served with a naan bread, it says on there.
Yeah, I wouldn't have it with a naan bread.
What would you have it with?
I'd have it with some rice. And I like these packets of rice. Now again, people might say, well, this would do 2 people, one of these packets of rice. And it does say on the packet.
We have them between two of us,
people.
But we would also have naan breads and pakoras and samosas, so fair play.
I won't have anything else other than this with the curry. So I would have a whole one of these. You're talking around 400 calories for that, and you're talking around 400 calories for that. So that's 800 calories.
Right.
So a big proportion of your daily calories on your evening meal.
So I've got a question for you now. What were you about to say?
I was going to say, for me personally, because I have this issue with food, I need something to look forward to. So if I have this to look forward to have, then it gives me a push along the day.
Yeah, I understand that, and that's fair enough. You're still well underneath your calorie total, 2,000, and your target, your cap. So my question was going to be, does it matter if you're eating all that in the evening, just before you go to bed?
I don't eat it before going to bed.
Right, when do you eat it?
I eat it around about, if I was off on a day off work and I was having that for my tea, I would be having that around about 5 o'clock.
All right. Okay.
So it wouldn't be
would it make
like
a difference
you would have at 8 o'clock.
No,
you eat quite late.
We do 8:30, and that's after half a bottle of wine each. So, which I notice there's no alcohol on this table. So, does it make a difference eating just before you go to bed, in your opinion?
I think it does personally, only because I think that if you go to bed on a full stomach, you don't sleep very well anyway. You don't get a good night's sleep.
I would agree with that.
Rested.
Yeah.
You end up getting up the next day, and you might make poor food choices because you're very tired. You might think you're very tired because you're not eating enough, so therefore you might eat more. So again, I try now very hard not to eat in the evenings. That has been my downfall in the past.
Right.
But I do have, when I'm working, I do have on my final break, which is around about 6:15.
You have a little treat, don't you?
It's cup of tea and biscuit time. So around 200 calories for my little daily treats.
Now, anyone on a diet, including me, if I was being particularly judgmental, might look at that and say, you're on a diet, you're not having biscuits, surely. Talk to me.
Well, we've got a cup of tea, we've got a couple of biscuits. How many biscuits have we got in this little packet here? So, calories-wise, in that little packet of biscuits, it's 500 calories per 100 grams. There's 40 grams in there. That's 200 calories.
Right.
So there's 200 calories there, and a little drop of milk in the tea.
So, can you have biscuits?
Yes.
Justify it to me.
Of course. Well, we've always said, haven't we, all things in moderation. Now, if having these 2 biscuits is going to lead to having another couple of packets, then don't have them. But if I've only got those 2 biscuits, I can't have any more than 2.
And you're still below your daily target.
Absolutely.
This is a cup of tea with milk in it. How many calories is that?
About 5 or 6.
5 or 6?
Yeah, no.
Do you include them in your total?
I do.
Really? How many of them do you have a day?
About 10.
So you put in 60 or 70 calories in your total for that as well.
But you remember, we got breakfast I've allowed 500 for, lunch 500 for, both of them fall slightly below. My evening meal I've allowed 800 for. On this occasion, if I have that rice and the chilli or the curry, that's around 800 calories. But I don't always have that. When I'm at work, I might have something different.
So you've still got 200 calories to play with.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, what we'll do, we'll talk about some of the other choices I might have for the evening meal. But we want people's feedback as well, don't we?
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I'll be honest with you, right? I eat a lot more than this on a daily basis. But I do a lot. I never stop, do I really? You'll vouch for me on that.
You're quite active, aren't you?
So I suppose if you want to eat more calories in your 2000, you need to make up for it by doing some extra activity.
Well, it's that simple thing, isn't it? Of energy in, energy out. We're going to do another video about doing swaps and how you can save calories. Right. And we're going to do that. And
so that's Charlie's other video, Charlie's Sensational Substitutes, where we've already planned it.
Yeah.
Go on, give it a quick tease.
Well, we've been out and we've filmed some stuff, and we've picked 10 different things, 10 ways where you can drop some calories on your daily intake.
Without eating less.
Without eating less.
Yeah. And when you actually think about that sentence, you can cut your calories without eating less. It sounds like, well, that can't be possible, but just by simply substituting one thing for another.
We're just doing some simple, straightforward swaps that anyone can do.
Wonderful. Over to you.
Yeah, well, thank you for watching. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for everyone that makes comments. We've had someone say we're like Laurel and Hardy.
Somebody did say
I don't see that.
I don't know
myself.
which is which, do you? Yeah, thanks for subscribing. And it's important as a YouTuber to ask people to hit the notifications bell so that they find out when the next video has been published, and please watch it. I keep reiterating this. It's basically so that we can try and get the channel to the status of being monetized, which doesn't cost you anything, but it means that Charlie might be able to make some money, and that might go towards some surgery, right? Wonderful. Thanks, Charlie. That was really interesting.
See you next time.